I'm gonna explain how I was able to get over 500 million views on TikTok, how I was able to go viral repeatedly on Instagram, and how I was able to recently go viral on YouTube. My best videos, none of them follow what all the gurus say. There was no trending sounds. I didn't use any music. So at the time of recording this, I'm at like 850,000 people on TikTok, like 16,000, 300 or 400 on Instagram. And on YouTube, I'm at about 2,000. There's a reason for that. I focused mainly on TikTok. Now, to just set the record straight, I'm not a guru. I'm not trying to sell you a course. This is just what I did because I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, man, I'm putting a lot of work into this. Why am I not getting views? And so I'm gonna tell you what I did because I am literally the example of if I did it, you could do it. A little bit about me, my name is Cameron. I'm Casey is Funny on pretty much everything. About 4 years ago, I had my very first viral TikTok takeoff. And from then till now, I've been able to generate viral videos on a pretty consistent basis. I'm making this video because I see there's a lot of people out there selling their course and telling their secrets, and some of it is great and valuable information and you should absolutely spend your money on it, and some of it is not. So hopefully I can just be a resource for you to hit some goals that you're wanting to hit. The first video that took off went against everything that I had been trying to do to get a video to take off. So I'm a comedian. My goal was to build an audience that then would come out to see me at shows because I love having an audience that already likes me. So I started making TikToks. I started doing what all the TikTok gurus were. I was like, do trending videos, do dancing, use trending sounds, use effects that everybody's using, do all these things. And I was doing those things, nothing, crickets, which I get the dancing videos. Nobody wants to see me dance. Do you see that? That's me dancing. It's not great. That's the only dancing video I ever made, by the way, so don't go scouring the internet looking for more because there's none. But I was doing it and like, I didn't like what I was making. I wasn't making it out of like, I enjoy making these. I was doing it because I was like, oh, if I can just go viral, I can get an audience. And the goal wasn't to go viral. The goal was to build an audience like I have now that I can talk to, that people that like my videos, that like enjoy my content. But I wasn't making my content. I was making content that I was told to make so it would get views. And what I realized after a certain amount of time of getting views was I would much rather get fewer views for people who like my content than people who don't. So as cliche as this sounds, and I want you to understand, I know that, just stick with me and you'll see where it goes. Being yourself is a huge key part of it. I had watched videos from gurus saying, hey, this is how you get views, this is how you go viral, this is how it takes off. And I was trying to do those things, but none of them were who I am. And then around the Christmas time in 2020, we decided to try a new format for Christmas with my kids and said, okay, just add everything you want to an Amazon shopping list so we can make sure we get you the exact color, model, size, whatever it is that you're asking for. We can make sure we get the right things because sometimes we were a little off. I was looking at my daughter's list and I was just going through and making fun of the things that she wants because sometimes kids just want weird shit that I don't understand. And so my girlfriend just looked up, she goes, that's the TikTok you need to make. And so I was like, all right. So like 7 o'clock at night after dinner, I just flipped on my phone, took a couple screenshots of the things she wanted, and I made a video making stuff of what my daughter asked for Christmas. Now up to this point, my highest video had like 5,000 views. The next one had like 300. The one that had 5,000 views was me trying to go viral. I went out like a idiot and laid in a parking lot in the rain with a coworker because it was a trending thing at that point. It did give me 5,000 views, and at the time, I was like, oh my God, I'm famous, here I go. If I would have just been myself and done what I always do, which maybe I need to spend a little work on myself, but just talk shit about stuff, I probably would have taken off much sooner. But I made that video, I put it up, did not think about it again. Woke up the next morning, did not think about it. On my way to work, I was at the gas station getting a Monster energy drink. I pulled out my phone to look at TikTok and I had that little 99 plus icon on TikTok, and I was like, well, that's pretty good. I got over 100, and little did I know that I had like 100,000 views, like 35,000 likes. Like my brain was just, obviously started making a plan about how I was gonna quit my job that day. I'm gonna walk in, tell my boss that I was done. I didn't do that. I went to work, told everybody kind of my good news, put my phone in the back of my pocket, didn't think again about it because I was like, oh, it's not growing anymore. Like I got my 100,000 views, like that's what it is. Looked at my phone at lunch and I was at 1 million. And I just remember going, holy crap, this is what it is. I'm famous now, I can do no wrong. And so I made more videos that day. I made videos that I didn't want to make, the trending ones that I thought would be, oh, if that one went viral, these will go super viral now because I'm already famous. Not the case. I think I'd gotten up to like 20,000 followers in like one day. It was crazy. And then I made these videos and they got more views than my other videos did just because of the pull from the one that was like still climbing. I think that one ended up being like 1.2 million. So like it got a good push, but none of the other videos that I made did anything. And I was like, man, maybe I posted videos too soon. I shouldn't have done that. It messed up with the algorithm. It hates me. And so I stopped making videos. And like, I was really overthinking it. But the thing that people responded to was who I am. I'm a dad. And sometimes I think the stuff my daughter wants is stupid. So I talk shit about it. Which brings me to my number 2 point is try to figure out who you're trying to relate to in your video. Because that's why we watch these things. That's why we scroll. That's why we get attached to creators, because we relate to them. Now, a lot of the people who watch me were kids whose parents would roast their stuff, or I reminded them of their dad. The other side was the parents who were like, yeah, my daughter wants these stupid things too. And so I realized that I was talking to people. And I think that's the biggest struggle I've had with content creation in general, was realizing that I'm talking to people. Real people out there that have real problems, real lives, that just, whenever they open their phone, it's to numb whatever nonsense is going on in their life. I went through a whirlwind of emotions for about 3 days and then decided, okay, I'll make another roasting stuff my daughter wants video. And then that one did really good. I don't remember the exact views on that one. So I just made these a series and started making them every day. And they started doing really good every day. Now, here are some of the dangers with going viral that you don't know until you're too far gone, if you haven't been told. Once an algorithm starts showing you to an audience, that audience knows you for that thing. So be careful on trying to go viral on things that you don't love. Like I talk shit about stuff my daughter wants, but it's not the only interest I have. I have lots of interests. But I kind of got locked into this little hole there. So I started making different kinds of content, all kind of in the what it's like being a parent vein, but not anything about any of the other interests that I have as a person. Like I'm a stand-up comedian, I'm a videographer and photographer. Like I have a lot of like knowledge and interest around a lot of things because I have ADHD, which is another thing that I could talk about in videos. But yeah, I just ended up getting kind of locked into roasting stuff my daughter wants. Now, don't get me wrong, my fans are great, and I do love the fact that whenever I post a video, there are people that are like, man, every time I see your videos, I stop because they make my day. Like that's what I want as a comedian. I want to make people laugh. I want you to be able to get out of whatever emotional state you're in and just be happy for a little while. That's what I've wanted to do my whole life. As a kid, I was the class clown. I was the kid who was trying to make my mom laugh, trying to make my grandma laugh, trying to just like do these things. And so that's been an incredible thing that I've been able to do. What I will say is that these videos that have gone viral, none of them, my best videos, none of them follow what all the gurus say. There was no trending sounds. I didn't use any music. So I did focus on making shorter videos in the beginning. The algorithm looks at watch time. So it goes, okay, well, somebody watched 90% of your video. So I was like, okay, well, if I make a 50-minute video, I've either got to make it a banger and it'll go viral, or I can make a 20-second video and then I can make that a banger much easier. And I did that and that worked really well. The algorithms change. They start looking at new things. They want longer watch times, things like that. So you kind of have to adapt to those things a little bit. But in reality, there's still lots of people that make 15-second videos that go viral. The secret is trying to entertain humans, not trick the algorithm, not hack the algorithm. It's just try to figure out how to entertain, add value, teach, comfort humans. And that is the part that for a long time I struggled with, like that's what this is supposed to be. Because I was just like, no, the algorithm hates me. The algorithm I saw an interview with Mr. Beast, and he said, switch out the word algorithm for audience. I'm like, oh, the audience didn't like that video, which is fair. Sometimes I don't always make the best videos. Sometimes the jokes are not that great. Sometimes they're half-assed. I'm tired and I don't want to make a video, but I haven't in a while, so I feel like I should, because somebody took the time to hit the follow button. So I'm like, fuck, I owe these people like entertainment. So at the time of recording this, I'm at like 850,000 people on TikTok, like 16,000, 300 or 400 on Instagram. And on YouTube, I'm at about 2,000. And there's a reason for that. I focused mainly on TikTok. Then my second priority was Instagram. And then my last priority was YouTube. What I'm realizing is that the reason for that isn't because I enjoy those other two more than YouTube. It's because I've always looked at YouTube as I want to help people. I want to help change people's lives. I want to entertain you. I want to make cool stuff where you look at it and you go, wow, that's a good video. And it's longer form and it takes a lot of work. And as I mentioned, the ADHD thing, sometimes it is hard for me just to get started, especially because I think of a video and then I think of this grand idea. And so that is lesson number 3, is in the beginning, keep it simple. Stay focused on the main points of what can I do for my audience in this video? If it's make them laugh, how fast can I make them laugh? How much can I make them laugh? And if you get to a point where you're like, okay, I don't have any more to make them laugh, stop the video. I'm not saying just a dead stop where it just cuts off, but like just say, okay guys, thanks. And or just cut it off. I don't know. That's what I did in a lot of videos. But I'm making this video because I realize that there is a whole group of people out there that think my audience is unachievable for them, and it absolutely is not. You can do it for sure. Like I said, there's several good coaching programs out there. What I will say is it's not your camera, it's not your background or your studio or whatever it is. It's literally just the idea, and then finding a way to make the idea work for you. Now, one of the things that I hear a lot of the gurus say that I do wholeheartedly believe with is just start, just make something, which I did do that in the beginning, and I think that's how I found. Honestly, if I hadn't started making the videos, Kayla would have never said to me, that's the TikTok you need to make. Because she wouldn't have heard all the times where I'm like, man, I really worked hard on this video, it didn't do anything. I worked hard on this video, it didn't do anything. I didn't work hard on this video at all, it didn't do anything. I laid in a parking lot with a coworker in the rain, and that one got 5,000 views, I'm famous. If I hadn't done that, she would have never thought to be like, hey, you should make that into a TikTok. And I wouldn't be sitting here with that. TikTok's done a lot of cool things for me. I've made some pretty good money off of it, and I've been interviewed by national news sources and got to take a couple of vacations because of it. So it's like, it's opened a lot of doors. I sat down to make this because I've told myself for months that I need to sit down and make a video like this because I want to help people. I've had a ton of people say, man, how do you get so many views on your videos? What do you do? Is there a secret recipe? There's not. It is think about your audience, try to figure out how to be entertaining, educational, or connect with them for whatever length of time you can do that effectively. And then once it's not effective anymore, you're stretching, you're like, oh, if I just get 20 more seconds, I can hit that. Don't do 20 more seconds. Just do that for your audience. Just say, okay, I'm gonna cut off here because that's all I have to offer you, which is probably what I'm gonna do now. So if you got value from this video, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you in the next one because I'm gonna make a ton more. Bye.